right, not gonna lie. The first Heroes in Crisis, issue 1, was not my bag. I didn't really dig it. I thought it was way too somber, a little overly depressing, and I'm not even sure why I did this, but I went ahead and picked up Heroes in Crisis issue 2. I'm a sucker for a DC Comics crisis. I can't help myself. So I was at the shop the other day and I just picked it up. And here it is. It's a great cover. It's a very dynamic cover. It's very catching. The logo's a little off, little down the page to kind of work in with the art. I think it's great. It looks great. However, this is from a ridiculous, super silly point in the book. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, so this is it. Here are my thoughts on Heroes in Crisis issue 2. Okay, so it opens up. They did this thing in the first issue where they have the heroes and I guess the occasional villain coming into Sanctuary and doing these kind of confessionals or one-on-ones directly with, I guess, the Sanctuary computer or camera. So here we have Poison Ivy. Now, it took me a second to realize this is Poison Ivy. Last time I checked, I thought Poison Ivy had like this greenish blue skin. I don't know, that could have been a New 52 thing, and now in the Rebirth, she doesn't. But let's go on here. So Poison Ivy. Obviously, I shouldn't be here. You're made for heroes. I'm a terrorist. I fight Batman with vines and kisses. But Harley said, I sure did. So this gets silly right off the bat. So it's this kind of serious confession. And here she is, Harley Quinn jumping in. Hey, pretty girl. How's the confession going? Harley Frances Quinn. So yeah, you're not supposed to be here. You have to be invited or picked up. I don't know. You're not even supposed to know where here is. And then, boop, this is silly. This is silly and ridiculous. She's poking Poison Ivy in the face. If Superman or Batman, God forbid, Wonder Woman finds out, do you know how much trouble you'll be in? Boop, this is stupid. Did you at least leave someone to water your plants while you're gone? I did not. Harley, I'm gonna boop you again. Sigh, I know. Oh my gosh. I guess this is the dynamics of their characters. Apparently they were in a relationship in the Harley Quinn comic. I didn't read it, but that's what this is all referencing, and Harley's just being silly, poking at Poison Ivy, who I guess we find out Poison Ivy was also killed in the attack at Sanctuary. So then we open up on this page. They did this really cool thing with the Heroes in Crisis logo. I really dig it. The title of the book is Then I Became Superman. Not sure how that pertains to the events of this book, outside of tying into that same silly scene I referenced earlier. I'm surprised it's not called And Then I Became Batman. More on that in a minute. So we have Harley Quinn, and she's at the lair of the Penguin, obviously. She's still bruised and battered from her battle with Booster Gold in the first issue. Here we have, it's a really cool scene. I think this is kind of cool. She's going to the Penguin for help. And he said, because she's looking for a place to hide, my dear, whatever do you mean? Who is coming for you? I'm not exactly sure, but probably it's everyone. It's a cool scene. The Penguin kind of resembles Danny DeVito's Penguin from Batman Returns, which I kind of dig. So I like this. She's going to the Penguin for help, and then boom, there it is. The Man of Steel's S with, I guess his name is Commander Steel's star on his chest. And here we have the Trinity performing an autopsy. You would figure they might put some scrubs on because they might get blood on their super cool costumes, but that's just what they do. I'm assuming it's also a very cold room, but Wonder Woman's just fine in her shorts. So Batman's cutting into steel. They reference that he's got super metal, hard to cut into skins, virtually impregnable, and they're asking Superman and Wonder Woman are talking to Batman about Sanctuary, and if the files are secure, or if they're, when Batman says they're deleted, he says, I need it to be anonymous, so it stayed anonymous. I know because I was there often. So Batman makes sure that the files from Sanctuary, these confessionals, are not saved so no one can get their hands on it. But he also says this, I don't. Yes, I prepare. But I do not have kryptonite in my bat belt. I thought they called it a utility belt, but that's going to come in later. So Batman cuts into Steel's throat and finds this shoved in his throat, as if someone made him swallow something. And so this is looks like very much in the style of Joker or Harley Quinn. It's the wind-up teeth. I think it's a red herring. I think this is designed to throw the reader off. I don't think this really pertains much to the overall mystery. And then we have Batman's confessional. So here we have Batman. He comes in, he takes off his cowl, revealing he's Bruce Wayne to this camera. And he says, I train partners to work with me. They become my family. I've watched so many of them die. I'm sorry. So this is Batman's confessional. And then we cut back over here. We find Booster Gold, and it's Skeets. Now, Skeets was, I'll be honest with you. I read Booster Gold back in the 80s, and that's about where my knowledge of Booster Gold ends. But here we have Skeets. It's his little robot companion that came with him from the future. And I guess Skeets has done something to help heal Booster, and he's waking up. There's a scene where he's yawning. I'll be honest with you. The art does not fit the dialogue. Booster's doing a stretchy yawn here, and I'm going to read this dialogue, and it doesn't even really fit the character we were introduced in. We're talked about in the first issue. Again, I don't know much about Booster Gold these days, but here's what he says. And again, he's yawning and stretching. Yeah, so I was at Sanctuary because I was crazy, and I watched Harley Quinn kill everybody, and then I fought Harley, and my shield wasn't working, and then she stabbed me, and she said it was me who killed everybody, not her. But I didn't know it was me because I was crazy. Oh, Skeet says, this does not sound like the voice that Booster had in the first issue. And I don't think it really fits the art. But anyways, moving on through the story, Harley Quinn's now in her classic costume that we saw from the Batman animated series. She's playing cards with the Penguin. It's silly. It's kind of cute if you're into Harley Quinn, which I'm not necessarily so much into. I went over here and I thought, what is this? This is actually a Snickers ad. I thought, wow, the story jumped around a little bit, but this is a Snickers ad. So anyways, so the scene continues, and guess who comes to visit Harley? None other than Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, the DC Comics Trinity. And then we come back to Booster. He's flying, and he's wondering if he should turn himself in. Skeets totally thinks he should turn himself in. And that's when we get to this, what I said the title should have been. He says,
for example, if you're in a tricky situation, you just have to ask yourself, what would Batman do? Turn himself in? Solve the mystery. I was hoping for turn himself in. Nope, he'd solve the mystery. 90% sure. 90? 73% sure.
Again, I don't get this voice of Booster. He's acting a little silly, maybe crazy even. So you have the scene, and this is where the book falls totally apart for me. This is where I'm like, I can't even... I mean, the depressing story in the first issue, the way it kind of drags on in this issue, and this is the point of the book I really felt like I should check out. So she's telling everybody that definitely it was Booster that killed everybody in Sanctuary. She goes to hug Wonder Woman. Oh, Wonder Bread, it was terrible and horrible and so terrible. Booster Gold killed everyone. Booster, I know you probably don't believe me, and you'll probably be mad at me, and you probably want to fight and punch me, especially since I totally killed Booster for doing it. But I thought you should know the truth before we do all the punching and fighting. Now she grabs Wonder Woman's lasso. What a punk move that Wonder Woman let her grab her lasso. She kicks off Wonder Woman, throws the lasso around Batman's neck, and gets the best of Batman. Harley Quinn gets the best of Batman in a room where Wonder Woman and Superman are standing. Superman's eye. Wonder Woman's like, she'll break his neck before you can break the lasso. Which, no, I don't think so. Superman's pretty darn quick. He could definitely get the better of Harley Quinn here. But regardless, for whatever reason, the story decided that Harley Quinn could get the best of Batman. It's silly. It makes no sense. This is totally ridiculous. Why can't he act? Is he not Superman enough? So anyways, looks like he's going to fire his heat vision, but Harley uses the lasso of truth, and she says, hey, Bat Hostage, now that you can't lie or nothing, you got anything fancy on you, like something to fight a Superman with? Superman says he doesn't, because of the previous scene where he said he doesn't. And he says, there's kryptonite in my bat belt. Third pouch on the left, lead container. Bam! So the kryptonite hits Superman, and then Harley Quinn, is she flying away? Is that what's happening here? She's flying. Harley Quinn can fly now. I'm not sure what's happening in this scene, or why Wonder Woman can't get her, or why Batman can't shake off being choked. It makes absolutely no sense. We have Wonder Woman's confessional, not that important. And then here's the main scene I liked. Booster goes to see Barry Allen, and he's talking about what happened at Sanctuary. And Barry's like, you're acting, are you okay? What bodies? He doesn't know about what happened at Sanctuary. Oh, you know, like everyone who was there when Harley gets his Booster. Or maybe Booster, he doesn't know, killed everybody shut up. Like Arsenal, shut up. Blue Jay, please shut up. Ivy, say Poison Ivy is day. Now, shut up now. And Wally, now Wally West is Kid Flash to Barry Allen, Barry Allen's sidekick. Barry's not happy. He takes off in a flash, literally, to go investigate the scene and comes back just as fast. And bam, this is a great splash page. What did you do? Really socks it to Booster. The story keeps going. For some reason, they can't catch up to Harley Quinn. I don't understand what that's all about. There's still more in the book. I'm going to save it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who might want to check out what happens. I say this was definitely an improvement from the first issue as far as the somber, sad attitude. However, man, what's going on? It doesn't even make sense anymore. It's almost like this has to be some kind of fantasy situation or something that's happening in someone's psychosis. Poison Ivy's dead? I doubt it. That's a top tier Batman villain. I don't think they're killing off Poison Ivy. And also, Harley Quinn is overpowering the Trinity, the three most powerful characters in the DC Pantheon, and she's beating them? I don't think so. And also, the way Booster's acting is so strange and bizarre. I'm sure I can go back in and find other little clues in the story. I'm sure someone who's maybe more steeped in the DC universe can do that as well. But for me, man, I don't know. It's a crisis, so I might stick with it through issue 3 to see if it gets any better. But as of right now, this book's a mess. I just don't get what they're going for. It's some mystery about who killed all these characters at Sanctuary, who at this point I don't believe are actually really dead. I don't know. I can't recommend this book to anybody. Definitely, if you're not steeped in the DC universe, there's not much here for you. I mean, it involves Booster Gold, for goodness sake. I don't think many people, the average non-comic fan, knows who Booster Gold is. It stars the main DC Comics characters, so it's kind of cool for that. It's well illustrated, and you know, the plot's silly, but it is well written. It's a well-written, silly plot. But again, I can't recommend this for anybody unless you're really steeped in the DC universe. I'm out on this book. I might check out issue 3. I don't know. I wish I had more positive things to say about this book. I'm sure other people enjoy it, but this one just wasn't my bag. If you liked my review, though, hey, do me a favor. Go down below, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. Go and hit the subscribe button down below. And after you do, because that subscribes you to our channel, Cosmic Times TV, after you do that, hit the bell, because then you're going to be notified every time we put up a new video. And we really can use the views and the subscription. So, hey, down in the comments below, let me know what you thought of Heroes in Crisis issue 2 or issue 1. I'm not digging it. Maybe you are. Maybe there's something to this story I'm not seeing you can help me understand. But man, it's going to be hard to convince myself to pick up issue 3 when it comes out next month. But anyways, I'm Martin Pierro with Cosmic Times. Check out cosmictimes.net. We're updating the website. It should be updated pretty soon with a brand new Cosmic Times site. But until next time, everybody, stay cosmic.